We are live on the south side today as WGN Sports presents Chicago Cubs baseball. We're at U.S. Cellular Field and the Crosstown Series resumes. The Cubs will take on the defending World Series champion White Sox. It's the first of 3 this weekend and 6 all told between these two clubs here in 06. Welcome to the South Side. Bob Brenly and Len Casper with you. The Cubs come in 6 under 500. They're 8.5 out in 5th in their division. The White Sox are out of first place for the first time in about a month. The surging Tigers lead them by a game in the American League Central. Should be a fun series this weekend, and we're going to go right to the pitching matchup right off the bat. Greg Maddux and Mark Buehrle. Let's focus in on the Cubs right-hander first.
Well, this is one of those matchups that people pay money to come watch. Two of the greatest command pitchers in the game right now. And Greg Maddux is a guy that has been really successful in interleague play. 19 victories, the most of any major league pitcher in interleague play. And the guy that Dusty definitely wants to take the mound today in the first game of this series.
Well, Mark Buehrle is similar to Greg Maddux, except for the fact that he's left-handed. But these guys are very efficient. They like to work extremely quickly.
They really like to work fast. Buehrle's been great here at the Cell. He's 10-2 last year, 2-0 this year.
All right, the Cubs and Sox split the series last year 3 apiece. We'll see what transpires here in 2006. And we're set for baseball coming up from the south side. The Cubs and the White Sox will have the first pitch next.
Chicago Cubs baseball brought to you by Budweiser. Crisp, clean, pure. This is Budweiser. This is beer. By the Illinois Lottery. No matter how you play, play the Illinois Lottery. Have a ball. Dodge. You can take life as it comes, or you can grab life by the horns. Dodge. Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Chicago Cubs. And by Southwest Airlines. Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, Southwest can get you there with over 3,000 nonstop daily flights to over 60 destinations. Visit southwest.com today.
Next 24, a terrorist threatens to start an epidemic.
If you fail to comply, I will release 2 vials of the virus in major cities.
But the president takes a hard line.
I will not cave in to any more of this terrorist demands.
Jack is forced to agree to a risky sting operation.
Somebody has to do it.
Someone will, not you.
With his own daughter as the bait.
There's a lot at stake and there's not a lot of time.
Call for help and I'll kill you right now.
Damn it.
Next 24, Sunday at 8 on Superstation WGN.
I knew something was missing. It's all about tradition, Bob.
Our exclusive Beechwood aging produces a taste, a smoothness, and a drinkability you'll find in no other beer.
New Eagle One with nanotechnology. The advanced way to clean, shine, and protect your car. Eagle One. Never a dull moment.
What's so amazing about the bread and Hot Pocket subs?
The Hot Pocket sub tastes like it's from a bakery. It doesn't taste microwave at all. It tastes like fresh bread.
The magic's in the bread. Try Hot Pockets and Lean Pockets brand subs.
Ortho Weed Be Gone Max. Sprayed here. Ordinary weed killer here. Weed Be Gone's weed targeting formula killed the weeds, but not the grass. The ordinary weed killer killed both. Ortho Weed Be Gone Max kills weeds, not lawns.
Well, Chicago is the baseball capital of the world right now for the next 3 hours. Rivalry weekend. Interleague play beginning here in 2006, but everything else is under the lights tonight around the major leagues. And today's Cubs broadcast in high definition from U.S. Cellular Field is sponsored by Comcast and also presented in Dolby 5.1 digital surround sound. Greg Maddux will pitch for the Cubs today. He will not get a chance to bat. The DH is in order here in the American League Park. Cubs Pepsi lineup. Juan Pierre in center. Jerry Hairston out in right. Jock Jones out of the lineup. We'll tell you why later. Walker, Barrett, Ramirez. Good to see Aramis back in the lineup. Merton, Cedeno, Blanco, and Nathy Perez at second.
Take a look at the White Sox defensively. Podsednik, Makoviak, and Dye across the outfield. Joe Creedy at third base. Alex Cintrone at shortstop. Tadahito Iguchi at second base. Paul Konerko over at first. A.J. Pierzynski behind the plate. And he'll be doing the catching for left-hander Mark Burley. See Burley's numbers on the season. I mentioned he's 2-0 here at the Cell. 2-2 on the road. His ERA a full 2 runs lower here at his home ballpark. Coming off an outing when he went 6 innings, gave up 12 hits and 2 walks, but got a victory, gave up only 1 earned run.
Check out the umpires. Larry Vanover in his 14th year from Owensboro, Kentucky. And in fact, the entire crew has some sort of connection to Kentucky. We're here in Chicago today. So it'll be Pierre followed by Hairston and Walker in the opening inning against a lefty Mark Burley. Burley, the White Sox opening day starter for the 5th consecutive year. Creedy plays on the grass at third, and Pierre looks to strike one. Back quickly comes Burley, and Pierre bunts it foul. I would assume both offenses will try to get the opposing starter off their rhythm early on.
That's a tall task for these two guys. That's what teams have been trying to do against Mark Burley and Greg Maddux for years.
Busted bat, grounder, not hit hard. Creedy will throw. Safe at first. Pierre beat it out. Worked like a bunt.
Actually worked better than a bunt, because with 2 strikes, Creedy backs up and Juan Pierre just fights that ball off. Get off of me, ball. Little roller on the left side, hustling down that first base line and beats it out. Good start for the Cubs. It's a nice play by Creedy, but not much he could do from the depth he was at when he started after that ball.
Jerry Hairston starting in right. Jock Jones beginning on the bench. We're looking at his numbers against Mark Burley. Jock Jones 1 for 27.
Yeah, the players have a saying for that. The computer got it. When you're 1 for 27 with 12 strikeouts against that day's starting pitcher, you may as well just pick your seat on the bench.
Burley's going to throw over to first. Game time temperature 56 degrees today. Winds out of the northeast at 11. The sun was out a few hours before the game and was pretty warm, but then had a big temperature drop. But fairly comfortable to start it under overcast skies a little after 3 o'clock. Pierre with a good lead, and Burley's going to check on him again.
Burley's picked off 3 runners at first base already this year. Got a pretty deceptive move over there to first, and also can be really quick to home plate, which Pierzynski is going to need out of his starting pitcher today, because AJ's had problems throwing out runners this year. He's caught only 5 out of 24.
And now Hairston steps out. Cubs just won a series against the Washington Nationals. Overall, however, they've dropped 15 of 19. Pierre thought about running, then didn't. Hairston with a bunt, and Pierzynski's throw gets into right. Pierre on his way to third, Hairston to second. Chris Spire puts on the brakes. So the Cubs putting pressure on the White Sox defense right here in the first inning.
Hairston, I think, did this on his own, was just trying to push that ball to the right side and move Juan Pierre onto second base. Terrible throw from A.J. Pierzynski. It looked like he didn't have a grip on that ball. Pierre with a little bit of a false start. He looked like he wanted to steal that base, but didn't feel like he had a good enough jump. And then when he saw the ball bunted on the ground, he's able to motor all the way around to third base, where Chris Spire throws up that stop sign.
A very rare error for A.J. Pierzynski. He had gone 150 games without one in a row.
He was only 9 games away from the all-time American League record held by Rick Cerone from the New York Yankees.
So Pierzynski, whose last error prior to today came on April 18th of last year against the Twins, with a miscue here in the inning. Hairston did get a sacrifice as well. And a 1-1 on the way to Walker. Lofts one into center. Makoviak now over toward left center. Both runners tagging. Hairston's going to stay at second. Pierre will score, and the Cubs get the early lead. Todd Walker driving in Juan Pierre. And it's 1-0.
Well, if we've learned anything in this game this year, there's no sure easy RBIs, but that's about as close as you can get for a veteran hitter like Todd Walker. The White Sox are playing their infield back, conceding the run. Outfielders are playing very deep. Just about anything Todd Walker put into play other than an infield pop-up was going to score a run.
So it brings up Michael Barrett. Hairston at second with 1 out in the inning. Pierzynski, by the way, did set an American League record Tuesday with 954 consecutive errorless chances accepted. That broke Yogi Berra's mark of 950, set back in the late 1950s. A bouncer, and Treaty charging and throwing to Konerko. So the DH is out, and it'll bring up Aramis Ramirez, who was not in the starting lineup yesterday. Suffered a mild lower back strain a couple nights ago, had to come out early. He did pinch hit in the ballgame yesterday against Washington and knocked in a run. And he's back in the starting lineup this afternoon. Not 100%, but good enough to go. Ball 1. Good to see some Cub fans here on the south side. He's off the plate, 2 balls, no strikes. Fans are really into it, and they got here early. Hitters count for Ramirez. The pitch popped up. Pierzynski over near the Cub dugout. Didn't have enough room. I think it's interesting with Ramirez. We've talked about how hard he swings. He actually injured his back on a hard swing. Hard to tell yourself, though, not to have your normal swing when you get into game action.
Ramirez has had some good success in interleague play. 83 ball games, 10 home runs, 46 RBI.
Kick and a 2-1 pitch. Laid off, 3-1. Merton is on deck.
Well, we've seen just about all Burley's pitches already here in the first inning. He'll cut his fastball in on the righties. He'll sink it away from them. Throws a real good straight changeup. An occasional slurvy breaking ball, but much like Greg Maddux, everything depends on his command of those pitches. You'll see a lot of awkward swings when Burley's on top of his game because, once again, a lot like Maddux, he adds and subtracts. He may throw one fastball up there at 86, 87. The next one might be 83 miles an hour and cutting in on your hands. The next one might be back to 88, sinking away.
Full count on Ramirez with 2 outs here in the opening inning. And he walked him. That's something you don't see a lot of from either starter. Walks. Both guys throw a lot of strikes.
But they will issue the occasional strategic walk.
Right.
Ramos Ramirez, an RBI run producer in the middle of the Cubs lineup. At first base open, he was not going to give Ramirez anything too good to hit.
A pitch to Matt Merton, swung on and missed. Burley had a rough first inning in his last outing. That was in Minnesota. Gave up 7 runs. Only 1 was earned. He kept on going, dealt 5 shutout innings. The White Sox came back, helping him win a 9-7 decision. A bouncer foul past third.
In 9 first innings pitched this season, he's allowed 13 runs, which is not highly unusual for a veteran command pitcher. Once you let him get comfortable out there on the mound and find his rhythm, that's when he can be at his toughest. Once again, much like Greg Maddux.
The pitch. Merton swings and misses. The Cubs lead 2. They do, however, get on the board first. It'll be Maddux against his White Sox lineup when we come back.
I love Chicago.
Give the gift of a destination. Introducing the Southwest Airlines gift card only at southwest.com.
You are now free to move about the country.
Keep on the sunny side.
At Days Inns, it's easy to get away. You always get more on the sunny side.
Why don't you keep on the sunny side of life?
I detail all these cars for a living. When they first gave me the product, I wasn't sure what it was. It didn't have a label on it. Beautiful. I get asked probably 10 or 15 times a week what wax I use. Now I tell them Turtle Wax. The shine is just awesome.
There's a new standard in shine. Turtle Wax Platinum Series Car Wax.
And it wiped off immediately. Left a fabulous shine. It was like glass. Bottom line, this just shines better. Makes you feel proud of your car. I used to use a Meguiar's, so it's better than a Meguiar's.
Turtle Wax Platinum Series, the new standard in shine.
What's so amazing about the bread and Hot Pocket subs?
The bread is phenomenal. It's fresh. It's good. This came out the microwave like this?
The magic's in the bread. Try Hot Pockets and Lean Pockets brand subs.
Hot Pockets got a hit. That's all I can tell you.
White Sox will bat here in the bottom of the first inning against Greg Maddux. That's a 100th anniversary of the Cubs and Sox in the World Series. Posednik, Iguchi, Tomey, Konerko, Dye, Przinski, Creedy, Makoviak, the Oaklawn native, and Alex Cintrone, the shortstop.
Take a look at the Cubs defensively. Brought to you by Pepsi. Merton, Pierre, and Hairston today across the outfield. Jerry getting the start in right. Ramirez, Cedeno, Perez, and Walker across the infield. Henry Blanco will be doing the catching today for Greg Maddux. As Len mentioned earlier, Blanco behind the plate in the hopes of slowing down the running game. Teams usually like to try to run against Maddux when they get the right guys on base.
You know, this guy will run against anybody if he gets on. He's leading the American League with 15 steals. And Scott Posednik, a red-hot month of May, hitting .408. It's 2-0. The White Sox leadoff man. The White Sox have lost 5 of 8. Just dropped 2 of 3 in Tampa Bay. Got home late last night. 2-1. And we should note, we mentioned it on the leadoff man, that the all-time series, the White Sox had outscored the Cubs 228 to 227 going in. So it's all even. 3-1. An unearned run in the top of the first inning. '19 career wins in interleague play for Greg Maddux. He's the all-time leader. Posednik reaches out and Oh, snagged by Ramirez with a bad back and everything. Showing some hops.
Podsednik hits that same ball earlier in the sequence. It goes through into left field for a base hit. But with 2 strikes, Ramirez backed up several steps. And he needed every bit of it to go up the ladder and make that snow cone catch right in the tip of his webbing.
Sure, that didn't feel too good for Ramirez. He was wincing in pain, kind of landed awkwardly, but well, that is huge to keep Podsednik off the bases. And talking with Ramy today, really didn't worry too much about the fielding with the back. It was more about the swings. Iguchi drives this one into right center. It'll plop down right in front of Juan Pierre. And what an addition to the Chicago White Sox lineup in the offseason. Peoria native and a guy who grew up rooting for the Cubs as a kid. Jim Thome off to a great start, leading the American League in home runs and RBIs.
Not only a great addition to their lineup, but great addition to the clubhouse. This is one of the best guys in the game. Everywhere he plays, his teammates have nothing but good things to say about him.
Hopefully the trend continues. Maddox has done a nice job against Thome. It's low, 2-0. White Sox got him from the Phillies in the offseason. Iguchi's off and running. Thome looks at the pitch, and Iguchi's safe. 3-0 on Thome, and now Iguchi in scoring position after his 4th steal of the year.
A lot of teams hesitate to run with one of their big thumpers at the plate, but it's not the case with the White Sox and Ozzie Guillen. When they get Podsednik and Iguchi on base, they will run in any count with anybody at the plate.
Kick in the offering, and Thome swinging away on 3-0. He did not get the heat.
Well, we saw Burley in the first inning pitching around to Ramos Ramirez with a base open. Now Greg Maddux has a base open at first and probably is going to choose to make Jim Thome chase his pitch out of the zone. If he walks him, he walks him. It sets up a potential double play.
No throw from Maddux. Just wanted to let Iguchi know that he's keeping an eye on him. 5th career start for Maddux against the White Sox. He's 2-2. 3rd start here. He's 1-1 with an elevated 8.10 ERA. Pop foul.
Now, one thing, that steal of second base by Iguchi forces Ramos Ramirez to play a little bit closer to third base. Cubs initially had a huge shift on for Thome. Ramirez is playing kind of an up-the-middle shortstop position, but now with the runner at second base, he's got to get closer to that bag at third, and that does leave a hole up the middle of the field.
Set for a 3-2. He got him. Larry Vanover with the call. Thome thought it was ball 4. Instead, it's a second out. Career strikeout 3,089 for Maddux.
Belt high comebacker right down the heart of the plate. Not sure where Jim Thome thought that pitch was. He must have thought it was up high, but Maddux is probably fortunate to get away with one right there. That's not where he wants to throw that sinker.
So you get through Thome, and here comes Konerko. What a lineup. Hitting .315 on the year. White Sox third in the American League in runs. Well, this is year number 10 of interleague play. You have a few teams that don't really have a natural rival. But in cities like Chicago, New York, and in Los Angeles, the Bay Area, this is a big deal. One strike on Konerko. Noguchi with a one-out single and a stolen base. White Sox are 86 and 71 all-time in interleague play. The Cubs are 66 and 64 against the American League. That'll get in, and the White Sox have tied it. Konerko with a two-out RBI single, and it's 1-1.
Konerko probably better known for his power, but the fact is he's just a good hitter. Got a sinker out over the plate and up. Stayed right on it. Good quick swing. A lot of hands, a lot of wrists in that swing. Just flicks it out there into right center field to drive home the first run of the game for the Sox.
And you got to keep Konerko out of scoring position here, because Jermaine Dye is hitting .588 with men in scoring position and 2 outs.
White Sox as a team hitting .298 with runners in scoring position. See the numbers for Dye on the season. Not a lot of breathing room in this White Sox lineup.
In the dirt. 9th start of the year for Greg Maddux. Just the 3rd first inning run he has given up. Well, if you're looking for an empty seat down there, you're not going to find one.
I don't know if you're going to find one anywhere in this ballpark today.
Two and one the count. Maddux has been perfect in the daytime this year. 4-0.
Now, we talked about the respective pitchers being very much control, command, change speeds kind of guys. They're going to have their work cut out with Larry Vanover behind the plate today, calling an extremely tight zone.
Dye hammers one, foul.
I mean, Maddux is not a guy to ever show up an umpire on the field, but it wouldn't surprise me if he makes it a point to stop by that first baseline on his way back to the dugout after the inning and ask Larry Vanover where some of those pitches were. Been some borderline pitches down that he didn't get calls on, some corner pitches he didn't get called, but he did get the belt high strike on Jim Thome.
Payoff pitch on the way, and Dye hanging in. This is the start of a road trip for the Cubs. After this series, they'll head to South Florida to take on the Marlins. Dye took ball 4. Watch Cub games live online whenever you are away from Chicago, exclusively from MLB.tv. Cubs.com has more live games on the internet than anywhere else. Cubs.com, where baseball is always on. Well, each starter with a walk in the first inning. It's A.J. Pierzynski, who had his American League record of 962 errorless chances snapped. That streak ended in the top of the first on a throwing error.
Brzezinski's one guy that has somewhat figured out Greg Maddux. 6 for 11 lifetime, only 1 strikeout.
And he likes to swing the bat. 5 walks, 124 at bats. Swinging this time, and a liner at Ramirez, who handles a couple of those chances here in the first inning. 2 hits, a walk, 1 run. 1-1 after 1.
What is Budweiser? It's bright, the look of perfection. It's crisp, with ideal flavor. It's clean, for a great finish. It's pure, made with the finest, all-natural ingredients.
This is Budweiser. This is clean. Budweiser. This is Budweiser.
This is Budweiser. This is beer.
This July, Bodog.net will be at the biggest event in poker. Bodog.net founder and CEO Calvin Ayre knows you have what it takes to be the next World Series of Poker champion. Visit BodogPoker.net and sign up for your chance to win a free seat at the 2006 World Series of Poker or one of our weekly free trips to Las Vegas. Join the thousands of players at Bodog.net and learn to play the easy way. Enter now at BodogPoker.net.
The wait for the coals just got a lot shorter. Kingsford Charcoal's been improved with new surefire grooves. It heats up faster, so the grill's never been ready sooner. Kingsford with new surefire grooves. BBQ, PDQ.
Hey, don't forget to check out our new baseball podcast available at WGNTV.com. You go to WGNTV.com, look for Len and Bob's blog on the left-hand side of the site. Click, download, play, and enjoy. Mark Burley keeps giving up unearned runs in the first inning. Gave up 6 unearned runs of the 7 he allowed in his last start. An unearned tally in the first today. White Sox tied it. On the bottom of the frame, it's 1-1. Bottom of the order for the Cubs. Busted bat, bouncer, handled by Cintrone. Ronnie Cedeno has broken at least 3 bats that I can think of the last 2 days.
A little anxious up there at the plate. He gets out on his front foot. Hits a lot of balls off the very end of the bat.
And now Henry Blanco digging in. Henry's 0 for 14 his last 5 games. However, in his career, he has hit 2 home runs against Mark Burley. Dusty trying to get as many right-handed hitters into the lineup as possible. Burley very tough against lefties. Trying to stop that running game, as we mentioned. Line in the 1-1. Hit in the air, foul out of play. Great job by Nancy Faust with the organ here at U.S. Cellular Field. Gary Pressey at Wrigley. A great job as Blanco is called out on strikes. Second strikeout for Mark Burley.
I mentioned Burley will throw a lot of different pitches. This is the big, slow overhand curve. Serves not only as an off-speed pitch, but a lot of break on that big curveball. Just froze Henry.
And Nathan Perez leading it off. He ended the game yesterday at Wrigley trying to bunt his way on with the Cubs down 2. Driven into center. Not deep. Makoviak with a catch. Burley is now sent down 4 in a row. It's 1-1 to the last of the second.
An accident sends John Crichton's spacecraft to a distant galaxy. Now he's being hunted by a ruthless military commander.
Damn you, Crichton!
And this ship of alien fugitives is his only hope.
That is fantastic!
Take the ultimate trip. Farscape Adventure Weekends.
Saturday to Friday on Superstation WGN.
Try something new.
So much to offer. Like Olive Garden's new chicken caprese. Hand-seared chicken breasts, layered with fresh ingredients like tomato, basil, and mozzarella. Topped with a delicious garlic butter sauce. Olive Garden's new chicken caprese.
This is amazing.
Plus endless breadsticks and salad.
So, what do you think? I think I've got a new usual.
Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family.
They're asleep. We got the lights.
Who's counting on your brakes today?
I am so busted.
Come to Midas now during peak driving season and get yours checked. Be safe.
Trust the Midas touch.
What's so amazing about the bread and Hot Pocket subs?
The Hot Pocket sub tastes like it's from a bakery. It doesn't taste microwave at all. It tastes like fresh bread.
The magic's in the bread. Try Hot Pockets and Lean Pockets brand subs.
And welcome back to U.S. Cellular Field. Len and Bob with you this afternoon. First of three between the Cubs and the Sox this weekend. Joe Creedy with a towering fly ball. And it will land in the glove of Matt Merton. Well, I thought we had an Ozzy Osbourne sighting, a young Ozzy in the White Sox jersey. We have a Rick Sutcliffe fan on the right sitting next to him.
Came over here on the crazy train.
Rob Makoviak with a roller, backhanded by Nafee, running away from first, and the throw right on the bag. Nicely done by a guy who once won a Gold Glove at short with the Rockies.
This is more to Greg Maddux' liking in this inning. A couple of White Sox hitters attacking that first pitch. Nafee ranging to his right makes a nice play, off-balance throw, and plenty of time to Todd Walker.
Now the switch hitting Alex Cintronin. Who better to give a scouting report on this guy than his former manager?
I'll tell you, a very versatile young man. He can be a streaky hitter. At times he can be deadly. At other times he can be an easy out. A surprising power, especially low ball from the left side of the plate, high ball hitter from the right side of the plate. Play him all over the field.
Making his 9th start at short. Plays second and third as well. And it's Nafee again. Starting pitchers kind of mirroring one another. Both with an easy second inning. 1-1.
They're really biting today, Don.
It's all about the lure.
Dude? And I think it's about time.
Oh, they're really biting today, Zorek. Yeah, it's all about the lure.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
Hey, dude, take my picture.
What's the craziest story I've ever heard when someone needed money?
It would have to be the time that
My son?
My cousins?
my sister said she needed money to get hair extensions for a poodle.
Can you believe that?
What if I told you that every time you send him money or use Quick Collect through Western Union, you're entered to win $1 million?
$1 million.
I could win $1 million?
The Western Union $1 million giveaway. Each time you send, you automatically get a chance to win.
You send money with Western Union, you can win $1 million.
For every story, Western Union and the $1 million giveaway.
Lean Pockets has only 7 grams of fat, has only 300 calories, has 0 trans fat, and he
Thanks, hon.
has no idea. Try Lean Pockets brand with a crispy, cheesy crust. Still nutritious, still delicious.
For my sport, the only sunscreen is Copper Tone Sport.
It's non-greasy, so I won't lose my grip.
And it doesn't run in my eyes, no matter how hard I sweat.
Copper Tone Sport, high-performance sunscreens.
If a Cubs player hits a homer today, write down the distance and player's name and send it to WGN TV. You could win 2 round-trip tickets to any Southwest Airlines destination.
An eyewitness on the run.
We gotta get our hands on that child before the mob does.
The John Grisham thriller, The Client.
Tonight at 7:30 Eastern.
Top of the order here in the 3rd inning. Juan Pierre started the ball game with an infield hit. Eventually came around to score on a sac fly for Todd Walker. And that one will be caught by Cintrone. Well, 3 liners have been hauled in by guys on the left side of the infield. Ramirez with 2 of them. Cintrone grabbing this one off the bat of Pierre.
It's kind of a two-handed backhand tennis swing right there, trying to flip it out into left field. Cintrone, 6'3", goes up the ladder, makes another catch on a line drive. You like to see that from Pierre, though. We need to get him out of the air, hitting more line drives, more hard ground balls.
Naperville native Jerry Hairston. His late grandfather Sam, the first African American to play for the White Sox. There's 4 games in the big leagues. He was a catcher. His father Jerry played 14 seasons for the White Sox and the Pirates. His uncle Johnny played for the Cubs 3 games in 1969. The great baseball family, the Hairstons. Brother Scott was at big league time with Arizona. Burley with a 2-2 and a chopper foul past the Sarge at first. It's turned into a cool afternoon here in Chicago. Burley off the hill to get this one. Hey, coming up Friday, May 26th, the Cubs will take on the Braves at 1:20. Be sure to arrive early, as the first 10,000 adults 21 and over will get a Cubs white T-shirt compliments of Anheuser-Busch.
That's a giveaway day that the infielders don't look forward to. All those white T-shirts behind home plate makes it very tough to pick up the ball off the bat.
We got a birthday in the Walker family.
Yes, indeed. Todd Walker wanted us to wish a happy birthday to his beautiful daughter, Riley. She's celebrating her 5th birthday today, so happy birthday, Riley.
We also want to send out a happy birthday to John McDonough, the Cubs senior vice president of all sorts of things. The note says here, John, have a great 70th birthday. Ooh. Happy birthday, John. 2-1 on Todd Walker.
Doesn't look a day over 68. You may notice Todd Walker with just a little peek out there toward Mark Burley. And the reason you see that, hitters know the kind of command that a pitcher has that they're facing on a given day. And Mark Burley has a reputation for having pinpoint control. So when you see a couple of pitches up around your chin, it has to make you wonder, did he mean to throw it up there? This was the pitch before ball 4. Walker with a quick peek out there to Burley. He knows his command and what he's capable of doing. And if a guy throws a ball up under your chin, there's a pretty good chance he meant to.
A 2-out walk. And it's Michael Barrett DHing for just the 2nd time in his career. Pulled way foul. What's the biggest challenge for not only a position player to DH, but a catcher who is so involved?
Trying to find something to do between at bats. I DH'd a few times for the Blue Jays back in '89, and it about drives you crazy. I mean, you take some swings in the batting cage, you hit some balls off the tee, you ride the exercise bike. Anything you can do to try to stay loose and as much into the flow of the game as you possibly can.
Boy, the guy not only got the ball, but his beverages were spared. Right behind the dugout. Barrett with a high fly right center for Jermaine Dye. 2-out walk, but no damage done. Still tied early.
Where do you want to go with your free flight? They're easy to earn on Southwest Airlines. With Rapid Rewards, there's no counting miles. Just fly 8 round trips.
You are now free to move about the country.
Keep on the sunny side.
At Days Inns, it's easy to get away. You always get more on the sunny side.
Why don't you keep on the sunny side of life?
Ortho Weed Be Gone Max. Sprayed here. Ordinary weed killer here. Weed Be Gone's weed targeting formula killed the weeds, but not the grass. The ordinary weed killer killed both. Ortho Weed Be Gone Max kills weeds, not lawns.
Honey, I'm not so sure how I feel about this.
It's just my imagination expressing how the moo latte makes me feel. Don't be such a baby.
Yeah, a baby.
Get carried away by the new hazelnut moo latte at Dairy Queen.
Is 1,000 whenever minutes enough for even the biggest talkers? Let's find out.
No, I just got through security. Man, are they thorough. Somebody owes me a dinner. Oh, hold on, I gotta take this. Yeah, CC me a copy and then try to fax it to me. Hey, guys, you got a fax in there? No, it's a win-win. Good. That's gonna hurt the bottom line. If the boogeyman lived under your bed, I'd charge him rent. I said, that's no St. Bernard, that's my grandmother. No, sir, I didn't realize it was a conference call, and I apologize.
With T-Mobile, you always get the most whenever minutes. Now get 1,000 minutes, just $39.99.
T-Mobile, go ahead, talk it up.
Superstation WGN is the new home for 24.
Pasednik, Iguchi, and Tomey against Greg Maddux. The last of the third inning, a 1-1 tie. Pitching matchups the rest of the weekend. Tomorrow, left-hander Rich Hill will face right-hander Freddie Garcia. And then Sunday, Carlos Zambrano and Jose Contreras. What a matchup that'll be. Hawk and DJ, by the way, will have the call of Sunday's game right here on WGN Sports. Hey, don't forget to check out our WGN Baseball blog, brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. Just go to WGNTV.com, click on Len and Bob's blog. Thank you to Dunkin' Donuts. We have some keys for this series on the blog today. Maddox with a double take.
I bet one of the keys was don't walk Scott Pasednik. Especially not leading off an inning. And he will not only steal second base, he will also steal third base if you don't keep an eye on him.
Iguchi singled, stole a base, and scored in the first. Cubs pitch out. Pasednik was not running. Ozzie Guillen, the reigning American League Manager of the Year. He'll manage the AL in the All-Star game in Pittsburgh after winning the World Series. Pasednik on a pretty good jump. Iguchi trying to protect and fell down on the swing.
It's one of the more awkward looking swings you will ever see at any level. Back foot comes off the ground. He goes down face first. The left foot stayed planted. have to believe that was a hit and run to take that kind of swing at the plate, because Scott Podsednik had a good jump. He never looks back, so perhaps Iguchi just trying to hit that hole in the right side on his own.
Podsednik not running this time. Iguchi with a base hit to right. And Podsednik stops at second. And Bob, this is what the White Sox try to do every time through the order. Get the first two guys on, and now you bring up the big boppers.
And you wouldn't anticipate any kind of aggressive base running here with nobody out in the inning in the middle of this White Sox order coming up. But should Maddox be able to retire Jim Thome, all bets are off. Both base runners could be on the move at that point.
Throw to second. Podsednik back in time.
Well, we know that Greg Maddux does not like to overly concern himself with base runners, so this is definitely throwing him off his rhythm.
Finally the pitch. It's too high. You can't really argue with the philosophy of Greg Maddux. Focus on the hitter. And while some teams have taken liberties with him, you can't argue with his results. 323 career wins. Maddox at the belt. And a 1-0 to Thome. He's off the plate again. 2 balls, no strikes.
A little bit of a reaction there from Maddox. I think he thought he had that pitch. We talked about it last half inning. A very small strike zone today for Larry Vanover, forcing both pitchers to throw it over the fat part of the plate before he's going to call a strike.
Another throw. Send it back in again. Terrific outing for Maddox his last time out Saturday against the Padres. That after struggling in his first 2 May starts. Did get a no decision in his last start. He's in danger of loading him up. Remember the last time Thome came up, he went 3-0, and then Thome swung and missed on a 3-0. I believe it was a changeup. Eventually, he was caught looking on strikes.
I don't think there's any question that the base runners are distracting Maddox. He's thrown 3 pitches to the plate, 2 pickoff attempts, and a bluff to second base.
And they are loaded. Blanco's going to walk out and make sure they're on the same page here. Larry Rothschild will head out as well. Already a season high in walks. First time Maddox has walked more than 2 in an outing. On Monday, May 29th, the Cubs will play the Reds at 1:20 on Bank of America Day at Wrigley Field. Find and sit on the big red couch on Clark Street for your chance to win valuable prizes, including Cubs game tickets and merchandise, and find out how to keep the change every time you use your Bank of America debit card. Compliments of your Chicagoland Bank of America banking centers. Bank of America, higher standards. Pile of trouble here for Greg Maddux. Konerko coming up with 3 on and nobody out. And it feels like the temperature continues to cool down here in the late afternoon. And it's heating up here at the cell, and that one will be dunked fair down the left field line. Podsednik in, Iguchi behind him. And it's a standing double for Paul Konerko. He knocks in 2, and it's 3-1. Konerko has all 3 RBIs.
Big, strong hitter. He just muscles this ball out into left field. That was a sinker up and in. Nearly got in on the hands of Konerko, but he's able to pull that barrel through in a hurry. Drives home a couple more socks.
And second and third with Dye at the plate. Cubs want it out here. Goes back on the infield for the most part. Grounder to short. Cedeno, however, charging. He was thinking about home. Instead went over to Walker. Ronnie's a little upset. But if it's a close play and you don't get him at the plate, you have a lot of regrets.
Well, that's one of those plays that will come with more experience. I don't even believe it would have been a close play at home plate. Jim Thome got a late break off of third base. Cedeno looked, and then he looked back again. He couldn't believe that Jim Thome was only halfway down the third baseline. Now, if he comes home with that ball initially, even on the second look, I think they get him at home plate.
A little hesitation cost him as Przinsky pops it up, and Cedeno makes a catch.
Well, you be the judge. You see where Ronnie's playing. You see Jim Thome there at third base. Late break by Thome. He's got the ball in his hands right now. If he throws home, there's no way Jim Thome scores. Even on the second look, it was going to be a close play at the plate, but I still think they would have had it.
Well, you're right. Well, I had a nice chat with Chris Spire today about Ronnie and his defense, and he is very pleased with Cedeno's defense. He has committed 8 errors, but Chris says all of the issues, and somebody's given it to Larry Vanover in the Cubs dugout, it appears. Vanover just turned that way and said something. Spy said all the issues that Ronnie has really are about lack of experience, and all those things will improve. Base hit for Creedy. And Konerko will score. Creedy hustling towards second, and he is out. Got to the bag, but I maybe took his hand off it. And Paul Nart called him out. I think he was saying you slid off the bag. Joey Cora is out trying to keep Creedy in the game. They did give the White Sox that run to make it 5-1. But a wild finish to the third inning as the White Sox get 4 runs. Did he go off the base? Yeah, he did right there. Sure did.
In these shark-infested waters, a team of scientists and one brave volunteer are about to find the answer to an important question. Is Diet Mountain Dew as much of a thrill as regular Dew? The results were clear. Diet Mountain Dew is all the dew with none of the calories.
No one to play with. Play online at partypoker.net, the world's largest poker school. More players, more tables, more winners. Sign up now to partypoker.net, the best place to learn how to win.
All right, okay. Honey, I'm not so sure how I feel about this.
It's just my imagination expressing how the moo latte makes me feel. Don't be such a baby.
Yeah, a baby.
Get carried away by the new hazelnut moo latte at Dairy Queen.
Lean Pockets has only 7 grams of fat, has only 300 calories, has 0 trans fat, and he
Thanks, hon.
has no idea. Try Lean Pockets brand with a crispy, cheesy crust. Still nutritious, still delicious.
A terrorist threatens to start an epidemic.
If you fail to comply, I will release 2 vials of the virus in major cities.
But the president takes a hard line.
I will not cave in to any more of this terrorist demands.
And Jack is forced to agree to a risky sting operation with his own daughter as the bait. Next Sunday at 8 on Superstation WGN.
Joe Creedy gets an RBI single, but thrown out by Matt Merton. And as we showed you going to break, his hand clearly came off the base. However, he did try to put his other hand on the base. He was called out. And he was not real happy with Paul Nart.
Kind of an unnecessary trick slide at second base by Creedy. I think if he'd have gone in feet first straight into the bag with a pop-up slide, he probably would have been in safely with no problem. But in his effort to slide around the tag at second base, you could clearly see his hand came off the bag.
It's been a very active start for Ramirez at third. Maybe needing a little extra time after that swing. 2-2 is in tight. Well, hey, Burley doesn't throw that hard, but he works the inside part of the plate. He's looking for his 90th career win today.
He will definitely put you in a rocking chair. And by that I mean he'll sink a fastball away from a right-handed hitter, get you leaning out over the plate. Then he'll cut a fastball right in on your hands. Then just about the time you start to open up a little bit early, anticipating that cutter, he'll go back away with a changeup off the outside corner.
Cintrone up and throw, and Panerco digging it out at the other end.
Take another look at that last play in the bottom half of the third inning. You'll see that trick slide. If he'd have gone in feet first, he'd have been standing up on the bag, and there would have been no reason for Nafee to even apply a tag, but he keeps the tag on that left hand when it comes off the bag. Paul Nart gives the out call. I think Creedy's trying to say he had the right hand on the base before the left one came off, but it didn't appear that was the case.
They did get 4 runs in that inning. I think at 5-1. Matt Merton, by the way, got the outfield assist, his third of the year. Dye drifting back. So 2 outs here in the 4th. Top of the hour. Let's pause for station identification.
This is America's home for sports all year round. Superstation WGN.
On with Bob Brenly and our WGN sports crew, Len Casper from U.S. Cellular Field. Mark Brady producing today. Pete Toma. He's off today, attending a wedding. Great to have Mark with us. Great job on the pregame show. Rich King hosting. Ron Stordo is our associate producer. Good to have Ron with us. Our director Skip Ellison and our great crew. Makoviak in center. Cedeno gone. So are the Cubs in the 4th. It is 5-1 White Sox.
Ted Ferguson, Bud Light Daredevil. Today for Bud Light, I'll attempt my most difficult stunt so far. I will stay 2 full minutes past 5 on a Friday.
Hey, Ted.
See you, Janice.
Hey, time.
Oh,
Ted, get out. Ted, can you hear me?
I need a Bud Light.
Don't you give up on me, Ted.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
Put that on my review.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Mom, I know you're going to be disappointed, but I'm not going to be able to make it home.
Come on, it's your birthday.
But I have 2 papers that I have to do.
Well, you have my cheese card if you decide to fly home.
No, I'm sorry.
You'll be there when I look around.
Chase personalized alerts.
Alicia.
Keep you on top of your credit card.
Don't pull up right in front of the house.
Show me that you're mine, girl. All right.
Alerts keep you prepared for life's little surprises. Your choice, your Chase.
Lean Pockets has only 7 grams of fat, has only 300 calories, has 0 trans fat, and he
Thanks, hon.
has no idea. Try Lean Pockets brand with a crispy, cheesy crust. Still nutritious, still delicious.
Garden Claw, one of America's favorite garden tools, is good as gold. It adjusts to fit gardeners of all sizes. Garden Claw Gold helps you cultivate, loosen, aerate, and weed without being tough on your back. The Claw's steel tines tear through all kinds of soil, even clay, bringing moisture and oxygen to plants' roots. And it turns weeds and leaves into beneficial mulch. Garden Claw Gold makes a great gift.
Available at Ace, True Value, Do It Best Hardware, Home Depot, Menards, Lowe's, and Kmart.
Superstation WGN is the new home for 24.
5-1 White Sox. Put up a 4 spot in the 3rd inning. Rob Makoviak lacing one foul.
Well, as we anticipated, we just didn't know when it was going to happen, but Greg Maddux on his way back out to the mound to take his warm-up pitches stopped by Larry Vanover, the home plate umpire, and probably asked for an explanation for where some of those pitches are missing. There's a right way and a wrong way to talk to an umpire, and most umpires will be very gracious. They'll say, I have him just off the corner. You know, I thought it was in the strike zone till the last couple of feet. It tailed out of the zone. They usually will give a pitcher an explanation if you ask in the right way. I think more than anything else, Larry Vanover just has a tight strike zone.
Blanco scooting out toward the outside part of the plate, off the end of the bat, backhanded and trapped by Cedeno, so he just goes over to first. Didn't wait for the umpire's call, and that's the right play. We saw Damian Jackson the other night try to show the umpire that he had caught the ball, but he hadn't. It ended up being a hit for Sean Marshall.
Couple of laboring innings for Greg Maddux already in this ball game. Unfortunately, in that 2nd inning, the bottom 3rd of the White Sox order was very aggressive. Got him out of the inning with only 4 pitches.
Big swing by Cintrone. Came up empty. One pitch. Inside. 2-1. Little dribbler. Maddux will toss over to Walker. Experience Cubs baseball from the private comfort of the Batter's Eye in center field. The Batter's Eye offers a spectacular view and catered service for groups of 75 to 100 people. It's the latest edition of beautiful Wrigley Field. The Batter's Eye is also available for non-game day functions. To book your date, call 773-404-CUBS. Pasetnik lays down a bunt, but it trickles foul. SpongeBob hat. And that youngster, he's styling. The shades on as well. No sun today. It's all about fashion.
And off the body sinker that Maddux throws to the left-handed hitters, he's just not getting that call. Wanted that pitch right there to Pasetnik.
Just wanted to follow up Chris Spire talking about Ronnie Cedeno earlier. Well, Chris Spire made 33 errors his first year in the big leagues with the Giants. He said that was with Willie McCovey at first base. It takes time at this level. You get to know the hitters. You're put in so many different situations. And the key, as always, is that you learn from your mistakes. But we've seen Ronnie make plays that we hadn't seen at short for the Cubs.
And I think because of his range, that creates opportunities to make errors. He gets to a lot of balls that most shortstops don't get to, and because of his strong arms, he thinks he can make every play. But as you mentioned, with more experience, you get to know the hitters better. You position yourself better.
Pulled down the line in right, and he pulled it too much. It's foul. Emphatic call from Greg Gibson at first base.
Just to finish that thought on Ronnie Cedeno, you position yourself better so that you don't have to rush and make that miraculous play in the strong throw to get the guy. You put yourself in a better fielding position, and it's a more natural throw. And I think Ronnie definitely will get to that point with more playing time.
Two, and it's now full on Pisednik. But Greg Gibson went down on a knee right down the line and made that call. Didn't get an argument from Pisednik. Fly to center. Pierre hauls it in. It's a 1-2-3 fourth inning for Maddox. The White Sox lead 5-1.
We're back with the Geico Gecko. So now here's the thing I don't understand. People could save hundreds of dollars on car insurance by switching to Geico.
Right.
So I have to ask, why does Geico even need a talking gecko?
Well, entertainment.
How's that?
Look, you can't just tell people that Geico could save them money. It's true, yes, but it's a bit boring. So you have a little gecko entertain, play a little guitar or whatever. They think they're watching entertaining television, but they're actually watching a commercial.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
And for you, sir?
Well, the usual.
Come on, try something new.
Like Olive Garden's new chicken caprese, layered with fresh tomato, basil, and mozzarella with a garlic butter sauce.
Incredible.
You guys, you can order from me anytime.
Olive Garden, when you're here, you're family.
What's so amazing about the bread and Hot Pocket subs?
The bread is phenomenal. It's fresh. It's good. This came out the microwave like this?
The magic's in the bread. Try Hot Pockets and Lean Pockets brand subs.
Hot Pockets got a hit. That's all I can tell you.
New Eagle One with nanotechnology. The advanced way to clean, shine, and protect your car. Eagle One. Never a dull moment.
Bueller.
Matthew Broderick stars. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Saturday at 8 Eastern.
She's more than a one-nighter.
Got married.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations, Jen.
Next Becker.
Tonight at 11:30 Eastern on WGN.
Chicago Cubs baseball on WGN TV is brought to you by Budweiser. Bright, crisp, clean, and pure. This is Budweiser. This is beer.
Henry Blanco to deep left field. It will stay in the yard for Pisednik. A fly ball out. The Cubs with one hit, and that was the infield single from Juan Pierre to lead off the game. Pierre will bat after Neifi Perez. An unearned run in the first inning. That's been it against left-hander Mark Burley. You can certainly wonder why Neifi tried to bunt, as we mentioned earlier, with the Cubs down 2 and then on first and third and 2 outs in the ninth yesterday. But he said, look, I've been struggling, not a power hitter, with the third baseman back. He felt like if he had laid down a better bunt, he would have easily reached, and John Mabry would have had a chance. He grounds out for the second out here in the fifth today, and it'll bring up Juan Pierre.
Now, I tend to agree with that. A better bunt, and everybody's saying what a heads-up play by Neifi Perez, but when you end the ball game on a bunt, it's just such a feeble way to go back to your clubhouse. You don't even feel like you went down swinging, but I have a hard time disagreeing with Neifi. The way he's been swinging the bat lately and where Zimmerman was positioned when he tried to bunt that ball, if he keeps it away from Cordero on the mound, he gets a base hit.
Cubs need to get something going here against Mark Burley. The lack of home run power has been pretty apparent lately for the Cubs. Freddie Bynum homered as a pinch hitter Wednesday night. It was the Cubs' first home run in a week. And right now they're last in the National League with 27 long balls. But this is a very good home run park. And you know, Derek would desperately love to be on the field today. Fortunately, he's been on the DL for a month. It was a month ago today, in fact, he got hurt, April 19th. Cintrone behind second, will throw to Konerko, and Mark Burley is in a big-time groove. 5-1.
Ted Ferguson, Bud Light Daredevil.
Today for a Bud Light, I'll attempt an incredibly difficult stunt. Hit her on the wrist. I will eat lunch with my girlfriend and not glance over at a table of hot girls. Not even once.
I could get swordfish, which are nice. They've got steamed cokes, Brazilian
Hey, time!
Bud Light.
Just breathe, Ted. Just breathe. Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
How's it going?
Crisp leaf lettuce. Fresh vine-ripened tomatoes. 100% USDA choice ground beef. Handcrafted burgers. Ruby Tuesday.
Someone's gonna love you.
I detail all these cars for a living. When they first gave me the product, I wasn't sure what it was. It didn't have a label on it. Beautiful. I get asked probably 10 or 15 times a week what wax I use. Now I tell them Turtle Wax. The shine is just awesome.
There's a new standard in shine. Turtle Wax Platinum Series Car Wax.
And it wiped off immediately. Left a fabulous shine. It was like glass. Bottom line, this just shines better. Makes you feel proud of your car. I used to use a Meguiar's, so it's better than a Meguiar's.
Turtle Wax Platinum Series. The new standard in shine.
We're live with Dennis Rodman. So, Dennis, you're a world-class player.
That's my player.
You've played in Chicago, Detroit, and Los Angeles. Tell me, who are you going to play with next?
I'm going to play at GoldenPalace.net, the world's most exciting online casino. GoldenPalace.net, the new and exciting online casino school. Just hit click here to play to start learning, and it's absolutely free.
GoldenPalace.net.
And where the real players play. Superstation WGN is the new home for 24.
Bottom of the fifth inning. And the White Sox leading the Cubs 5-1. Higuchi, Tomey, and Konerko here in the fifth. Higuchi 2 for 2 to start it. He came in 5 for his last 35, although he did homer last night in Tampa Bay.
Higuchi's one of those hitters. He starts with an open stance and then goes further open. Really steps in the bucket. But his best shot is usually a line drive to right field, like we saw in his last at bat of this ball game. Definitely has that inside out swing. Off speed pitches from the middle of the plate in. He'll pull to left field. Everything else he tries to hit to right.
This one to short for Ronnie Cedeno. Time now to have a ball with the Illinois Lottery. Our kids having a ball in the fundamental skills area out in left field. Features a youth-sized baseball diamond for coaching clinics, batting and pitching cages, batting swing boxes, and areas for base running and skills instruction. Today's have a ball from our friends at the Illinois Lottery. The Cubs got Kerry Wood back yesterday. And Mark Pryor is scheduled to throw in a rookie league game in Mesa today. Wade Miller a few days behind Pryor. As the Cubs look to fortify their starting rotation over the next few weeks. Big pull shift put on against Jim Tomey. Swinging a drive the other way. Merton going all the way back to the barrier, and it's gone. A home run. Jim Tomey with his 447 career home run, and he's the all-time leader in interleague play. That's number 47.
talked about the middle of this White Sox order. They can do a lot of damage in a hurry. We mentioned that big pull shift on the infield for Jim Thome. That's because ground balls he'll usually hit to the right side, but fly balls, he doesn't care where he hits them. Big uppercut swing. Pitches out away from him. He just goes with it, drives it out of here to left field. That ball was a mile in the air and still got out of here easily.
Well, Thome is on a pace to hit upwards of 65 home runs and knock in 162. That's the kind of start he's had, leading his league in homers and RBIs with 17 and 41 respectively. Well, the guy who grew up rooting for the Cubs scored 2 runs against them today.
Well, you know, there are some power hitters that have to hit the ball to their pull field to get it up into the seats. Jim Thome's not one of those guys. He has foul line to foul line power.
Lace, but Merton will run it down out in left center. Merton put a charge into that one. But retired for the first time. Dye will bat with 2 outs. He drove in a run on a ground ball out in the 3rd inning, walked back in the 1st. Greg Maddux was the National League Pitcher of the Month for April. He was perfect, 5-0 with a 135. The Cubs are 0-3 in his May starts. 2 rough ones, then gave up 1 unearned run into the 8th inning and a no decision against the Padres, and he's been knocked around today by the White Sox. Base hit to left.
We're seeing Jermaine Dye get that base hit, perched on first base out there. It doesn't seem like it was that long ago that the Kansas City Royals had an outfield of Jermaine Dye, Johnny Damon, and Carlos Beltran. I think if they still had those 3 guys in the outfield, they'd have more than 10 wins on the season. Oh, the woes of a small market team.
Brzezinski, foul pass first. White Sox have had some big time swings against Greg Maddux today. So did you pack lightly for this leg of the road trip?
Yep, I'm wearing it.
Off the glove of Walker, and everybody's safe. The throw gets by Maddux. Dye hustling toward 3rd. So there will be an error in there, allowing Dye to move up a bag.
You know, all the concern over the youngsters in the Cubs starting lineup this year, but it's been the veteran players that have shown poor judgment on the field. There's no chance to get an out there. A.J. Brzezinski's passed the bag at first base before Navy even made that throw. There'll be an error on Navy on the throw, an unnecessary throw. I mean, we've seen the veteran Jock Jones make some base running mistakes. We've seen Navy make some mistakes in judgment on some ground balls, some errant throws. And I think it all gets back to everybody just trying to do too much, trying to make the miraculous play when it isn't there to be made.
And the Cubs have not had much margin for error. Brzezinski gets an infield hit, and then the throwing error on Nafy allowed Dye to go to 3rd. In there for a strike on Joe Creedy. Kick in the 0-1. Creedy to left. Merton over toward the line. He has it. Jim Thome with his 447th career home run. And the White Sox have stretched their lead to 6-1.
This is California.
We run.
Fly.
We toast.
We entertain.
We soak up the sun. We believe in Nirvana. And we believe one simple thing.
That every day in California
is your lucky day. So there's just one thing you have to ask yourself.
Do you feel lucky? Do you?
Find yourself in California. Fly Southwest Airlines from Chicago Midway to these California cities for just $99.
You are now free to move about the country.
Who's counting on your car today? Get the Midas Touch Maintenance Package. An oil change, tire rotation, and courtesy check for just $29.95. Be safe.
Just the Midas touch.
Ortho Weed Be Gone Max. Sprayed here. Ordinary weed killer here. Weed Be Gone's weed-targeting formula killed the weeds, but not the grass. The ordinary weed killer killed both. Ortho Weed Be Gone Max kills weeds, not lawns.
Lean Pockets has only 7 grams of fat, has only 300 calories, has 0 trans fat. And he,
thanks, hon,
has no idea. Try Lean Pockets brand with a crispy, cheesy crust. Still nutritious, still delicious.
Keep on the sunny side. At Days Inns, it's easy to get away. You always get more on the sunny side. Why don't you keep on the sunny side of life?
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced nor retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs.
Jim Thome with a home run in the 5th. And now it's 6-1 White Sox. Burley back to work. One hit for the Cubs. He has been really good today. Popped up by Hairston. Gucci will make the catch. Hey, we want to send out special birthday wishes this weekend to Jack Rosenberg, longtime sports editor here at WGN TV. Rosie turning 80 this weekend, and Jack, we salute you. Thanks to your hard work, along with Jack Brickhouse, Arnie Harris, so many others. WGN Baseball alive and well today. And Ron Santo, of course, calling the game on radio. Walker down the line, foul. And when you were hired the first time around here in Chicago, you and Ron kind of worked together to figure out who they were going to hire, and I guess Jack said hire them both, right?
Yeah, Jack Rosenberg went to Florida. The now defunct Senior Baseball League was in full swing then, and Ron Santo and I went to Florida along with Tom Brenneman with the idea that one of us was going to come back with the radio analyst job. But we got down to Florida and had such a great time, and the chemistry was so good that Jack came back and recommended that they hire both of us. So I will forever be grateful to Jack Rosenberg and would like to extend my birthday wishes to Jack as well.
Going outside on Walker.
I think we actually got hired more for what we did after our audition than for the actual audition itself.
Bouncer. Noguchi to Konerko. Should we just leave it at that, or do you want to keep going on it?
Well, we went back to the hotel and had dinner and a couple of beverages and started telling baseball stories and into the wee hours of the evening. And we all had such a great time. And I think Jack sensed that there was something special there. And certainly Ron's love and history with the Cubs was as evident then as it is today. So it all fit together very nicely.
Ron's still doing radio, and you're back down the TV booth. 1 ball, 1 strike on Michael Barrett. Makoviak and Dye in right center, and Makoviak gave way at the last second. 6-1 White Sox, bottom 6 coming up.
New Eagle One with nanotechnology, the advanced way to clean, shine, and protect your car. Eagle One, never a dull moment.
For my sport, the only sunscreen is Coppertone Sport.
It's non-greasy, so I won't lose my grip.
And it doesn't run in my eyes, no matter how hard I sweat.
Coppertone Sport, high-performance sunscreens.
Is 1,000 whenever minutes enough for even the biggest talkers? Let's find out.
No, I just got through security. Man, are they thorough. Somebody owes me a dinner. Oh, hold on, I gotta take this. Yeah, CC me a copy and then try to fax it to me. Hey, guys, you got a fax in there? No, it's a win-win. Good. That's gonna hurt the bottom line. If the boogeyman lived under your bed, I'd charge him rent. I said, that's no St. Bernard, that's my grandmother. No, sir, I didn't realize it was a conference call, and I apologize.
With T-Mobile, you always get the most whenever minutes. Now get 1,000 minutes, just $39.99.
T-Mobile, go ahead, talk it up.
What's so amazing about the bread and Hot Pocket subs?
The bread is phenomenal. It's fresh. It's good. This came out the microwave like this?
The magic's in the bread. Try Hot Pockets and Lean Pockets brand subs.
Hot Pockets got a hit. That's all I can tell you.
Ortho Weed Be Gone Max. Sprayed here. Ordinary weed killer here. Weed Be Gone's weed targeting formula killed the weeds, but not the grass. The ordinary weed killer killed both. Ortho Weed Be Gone Max kills weeds, not lawns.
America's funniest home videos, weeknights at 7 Eastern on Superstation WGN.
A festive weekend here in Chicago. We'll do it again later on in interleague play at Wrigley Field. White Sox fans having more fun today. And Makoviak leading off the bottom of the 6th with a single to center. Makoviak now 8 for his last 17. Centrono bat with a man on and nobody out. By the way, 7th sellout for the White Sox, 39,301 in attendance this afternoon. About a double play ball here. Mayfield, Ronnie, and Todd Walker at the other end. Nicely turned. So 2 outs. And Bob, I wanted to ask you, since you went through this, what's it like the year after? What are the big challenges for a team that has won the World Series? You have everybody gunning for you the following year.
The biggest challenge is to go to a city or even in your home ballpark and not have to talk about last year. I mean, the reality is the White Sox had an amazing season. They won a World Championship, and I'm sure they're all extremely proud of that. But that was last year, and that's done and gone. You know, once you have the parade, I think all World Series managers wish you could just forget about it. Okay, the parade's done. Now we have to go back to work. We've got to go out and do it all over again. What we accomplished last year does not give us a handicap going into this season. They're not going to give us a 5-game lead starting the year. We have to start out like everybody else and earn it again. And the distractions sometimes can be overwhelming. And, you know, it goes without saying that everybody wants to beat the world champion. That's the way it is in any sport. You want to beat the best. And right now, until somebody dethrones them, the White Sox are the best in baseball.
Sednick walks for the 2nd time. Here's our upcoming Cubs and Sox games in high definition on WGN and WCIU Channel 26, sponsored by Comcast. Cubs and Sox coming up Sunday, beginning with White Sox warm-up at 12:30 right here on WGN. Hawk and DJ with a call. Braves and Cubs coming up on WGN next weekend, Friday and Sunday at 1 o'clock. It's all in beautiful HD, sponsored by Comcast. Maddox is pretty frustrated right now.
I think the combination of not having his best stuff today, having a very tight umpire behind home plate, and facing this White Sox lineup, quite a challenge.
Pasetnik will not even draw a throw. 16th stolen base of the year. Well, it's the 55th time in Greg's career he's walked at least 4.
Tremendous jump over at first base. Even with Henry Blanco's cannon-like throwing arm, he doesn't even attempt to throw to second base.
For Maddox, career game number 652, career start 648. Larry Vanover's taking his mask off. Yeah, they're not happy with each other right now.
Well, I think Maddox has more reason to be unhappy with the plate umpire than Vanover has reason to be upset with Maddox.
Now, Greg will get upset at himself, but today I'm not so sure that he's been as upset at himself as maybe the strike zone.
See, this is unnecessary, too. Vanover's going to go out there way before he needs to and get involved in this thing, and there's a good chance somebody's going to get ejected before this afternoon is over. I mean, umpires talk all the time about players. They'll let you speak your piece. They'll let you argue a call, but don't show me up, is what they always say. Well, Greg Maddux yelled something out there on the mound, and immediately Vanover ripped off his mask. And in my opinion, that's showing up a player. Vanover doing exactly what he doesn't like done to him. I don't know any umpire in the world that's ever had a pitcher agree with every call he's made behind the plate. Got to have a thick skin if you're going to wear the blue.
3-2.
Maddox was barking out there on the mound a little bit, and it wasn't like he was yelling. He wasn't waving his arms. He's not making an excessive display that he's arguing with the home plate umpire. But Vanover was the guy who took off his mask and alerted everybody in the ballpark that there was something going on.
You made a great point about not loving every call. You never hear a guy throws 99 pitches, 99 for strikes.
Yeah, that doesn't happen. Maddox thought he had that comeback sinker on the outside corner there. He's even walking away from home plate with his back to the umpire, and Vanover still takes off his mask and has something to say to Maddox. Unnecessary.
He's saying it's off the plate. Although, with a guy with less experience, Larry Vanover could have tossed him. He deems the guy's arguing balls and strikes. Another foul.
I mean, the most immediate impact that has is obviously Maddox didn't get a call that he thought he should have, but over the course of this afternoon, he's had a lot of calls that he's gotten in the past from other umpires that did not go his way, and his pitch count is a lot higher than it should be right now at this point in the ballgame.
Gucci walks.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not dumping all this on Larry Vanover. Greg Maddux doesn't have good stuff today. He's just not pitching as well as he has been recently, and that combined with the tight strike zone has made it for a long afternoon for Mad Dog.
And the afternoon will come to an end for the future Hall of Famer. It's 6-1 White Sox. We'll be back to the south side in a moment.
When your in-home disasters become America's biggest laughter, we've got it all caught on tape. Every weeknight, you get all the hilarious moments of AFE. Even when things go extremely wrong, laughter makes it oh so right. It's the cranks, pranks, and all-out stupid maneuvers that make Monday nights a splash. Join Tom Bergeron as he brings you the ultimate in reality television.
Common sense is the enemy of comedy. My new motto,
Stop thinking. Start taping.
It's a knockdown, flipped around good time. So when life gets a little crazy, remember to take some time to laugh. America's Funniest Home Videos. Weeknights at 7 Eastern on Superstation WGN. It's great to be home.
What's so amazing about the bread and Hot Pocket subs?
The bread is phenomenal. It's fresh. It's good. This came out the microwave like this?
The magic's in the bread. Try Hot Pockets and Lean Pockets brand subs.
Hot Pockets got a hit. That's all I can tell you.
Ortho Weed Be Gone Max. Sprayed here. Ordinary weed killer here. Weed Be Gone's weed targeting formula killed the weeds, but not the grass. The ordinary weed killer killed both. Ortho Weed Be Gone Max kills weeds, not lawns.
Left-hander Glendon Rush replaces Greg Maddux. We're through 96 pitches. First outing for Glendon since that San Diego series. A week ago today, in fact. And he took the loss in relief. An inning and 2/3, 6 runs, 5 earned.
We talked about Tomey's power to all parts of the ballpark. He's spread them all over the place this season. Has hit 9 to his pull field, but 5 to the opposite field and 3 to straightaway center.
2-0 pitch, bouncer past Rush, but the shortstop playing over on the second base side. Cedeno tags it back for the force out, and the inning is over. We will go to the 7th. Cubs need some runs. They're down 5.
Chicago Cubs baseball is brought to you by Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Chicago Cubs.
At Days Inns, it's easy to get away. You always get more on the sunny side.
Why don't you keep on the sunny side of life? Hey, Mom, I know you're going to be disappointed, but I'm not going to be able to make it home.
Come on, it's your birthday.
But I have 2 papers that I have to do.
Well, you have my choose card if you decide to fly home.
No, I'm sorry.
You'll be there when I look around.
Chase personalized alerts keep you on top of your credit card.
Don't pull up right in front of the house.
Show me that you're mine, girl. All right.
Alerts keep you prepared for life's little surprises. Your choice, your Chase.
What's so amazing about the bread and Hot Pocket subs?
The Hot Pocket sub tastes like it's from a bakery. It doesn't taste microwave at all. It tastes like fresh bread.
The magic's in the bread. Try Hot Pockets and Lean Pockets brand subs.
Bueller.
Matthew Broderick stars. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Saturday at 8 Eastern.
We're in the 7th. 10 in a row sent down by Mark Burley. And he's been efficient. It was just a 75th pitch. He has thrown a lot of strikes. And when you're in this spot, normally you say be patient, take pitches. But he has been around the plate all day. And you have that catch-22 where if you see guys making outs early in the count. But if you wait too much, you're going to be 0-2.
Be hitting out of those tough holes all afternoon. And you said it right, Burley's been around the plate. He hasn't made very many mistakes where the Cubs could get a real good swing at him, but he's been around the edges of the strike zone, away, in, up, down.
Still 2-2 on Ramirez. Cubs actually had a lead in this one. They scored in the first inning, but the White Sox promptly tied it. Then got 4 in the third, another one in the fifth. On the Thome home run. And now coming in is Makoviak. Well, today's Honda Ridgeline game summary looks like this. 6 runs on 9 hits for the White Sox. A sac fly for Todd Walker gave the Cubs the early lead, but it was short-lived. Iguchi has scored twice. Konerko has driven in 3, and Thome with his American League leading 17th home run. What are the White Sox going to do when they go to a National League park? You have Thome and Konerko, and Thome has not yet played first base this year. Be interesting to see what Ozzie does.
That's a heck of a platoon at first base. They'll play the righty-lefty percentages. Can't go wrong with either guy. And got a pretty good bat off the bench to pinch hit for that pitcher spot at some point in the ball game.
Topped off the plate. Creedy on the short hop looked it in and got Merton. Joe Creedy is a terrific defensive third baseman, and that was not an easy play.
Boy, he really is. People that see him on a daily basis say this guy should win a number of Gold Gloves. He actually fields that ball behind him. That was the best chance to get a decent hop. He overran it a little bit. Watch how far behind his body he catches that ball. And still throws on in plenty of time to get Matt Merton. That's a fine play.
And 2 outs in the inning. Strike on Cedeno. I was just trying to get something going. Only 1 base runner since the first inning. The 2-out walk to Todd Walker in the third. Nice barehanded grab in the front row on the right field line. And a base hit to center. So Cedeno with the Cubs' second hit of the afternoon.
'41 home wins since 2002. Same number as Roy Oswald down in Houston. Randy Johnson 1 behind. What's that home cooking?
This one will not get to the upper decks. The inside corner. It's a pitch that Burley has used a lot today. One. It's too low. Well, Mark Burley is from St. Charles, Missouri. Grew up a Cardinal fan and now pitches for the White Sox. He has never been a Cub fan, and that one is lined at Joe Creedy. It is 6-1, 7th inning stretch time from U.S. Cellular Field.
And for you, sir? The usual.
Come on, try something new.
There's so much to offer.
Like Olive Garden's new chicken caprese. Pan-seared chicken breasts, layered with fresh ingredients like tomato, basil, and mozzarella. Topped with a delicious garlic butter sauce. Olive Garden's new chicken caprese.
This is amazing.
Plus endless breadsticks and salad.
So, what do you think? I think I've got a new usual.
Olive Garden. When you're here, you're family.
Tell me what you see.
Crisp leaf lettuce. Fresh vine ripened tomatoes. 100% USDA choice ground beef.
Do you mind? It's for my mom. Someone's gonna love you.
Handcrafted burgers. Ruby Tuesday.
rebirth of Civic. All new from Honda. It'll reverse your thinking.
Lean Pockets has only 7 grams of fat, has only 300 calories, has 0 trans fat. And he...
Thanks, hon.
...has no idea. Try Lean Pockets brand with a crispy, cheesy crust. Still nutritious, still delicious.
Superstation WGN is the new home for 24.
This has been a pretty tightly contested series throughout interleague play. Cubs came in 23-25 against the White Sox going back to '97 when interleague play began. 10-14 here in this ballpark. But all White Sox so far today. A strike on Konerko. Lyndon Rush came on at the final out of the 6th inning in relief of Greg Maddux. No room for Todd Walker. Maddux 5 2/3, 9 hits, 6 runs. Rare to see him walk as many as he did today. He walked 5. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, Astros right-hander Russ Springer is suspended for 4 games today after throwing several times. Barry Bonds of the Giants. He did hit him with a pitch in that sequence. Phil Garner had a 1-game suspension.
He may have gotten a 4-day suspension, but got a lot of applause from around the National League as well.
Bonds with 713 home runs, still on that number.
I mean, that one goes back a long ways when Russ Springer was pitching for the Arizona Diamondbacks and Bonds homered against him and stood at home plate for several seconds admiring his handiwork, and pitchers don't forget things like that.
Apparently neither do former managers. You have the date and the time. It's a bounding ball. Still 2-2.
I always thought that was kind of funny. You know, Jose Valverde from the Arizona Diamondbacks has been taking a lot of heat because he pumps his fist after striking guys out, and some hitters say he's showing me up, but yet the hitters, you know, you see it every day on the highlights. Hit a home run, stand at home plate and admire it.
Called strike 3, and Konerko out. Hey, join the Cubs Wednesday, May 31st at 7:05 as they battle Cincinnati. The first 20,000 fans will receive a scratch and win card. 500 random winners will get an authentic autographed Billy Williams photo, compliments of Bank of America. Fans are encouraged to hold on to their cards for second chance drawings throughout the game, and for complete rules visit Cubs.com. So now you're defending pitchers? Is that what's going on here?
I'm just saying you can't have it both ways. If you want to be an entertainer and stand at home plate and watch home runs fly into the seats and then, you know, take a 45-second jog around the bases, well, you know, the pitchers consider that to be showing them up. You've already done your damage. You hit the ball out of the ballpark. You tacked an earned run on the guy. Just run around the bases, go back to the dugout. But the first time a pitcher pumps his fist or yells on the mound after striking out a guy in a big situation, well, then the hitters are upset. Just play baseball.
3-1 on Dye. He'll take his base. I think enthusiasm is one thing, but when it's deemed that you are showing up the opposition, that's when trouble can start.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, everybody can understand if you hit a game-winning home run and, you know, jump in the air, high-fiving your teammates. Well, you know, that's legitimate enthusiasm and excitement, but so much of it seems premeditated and choreographed. That's when you run into some problems.
And you bring up a good point. That stuff happens, and then somebody gets hit by a pitch later, and that guy gets suspended.
Don't even get me started on the NFL. Guys hiding Sharpies in their socks and cell phones in the goalpost. Come on. I think it just gets back to respect. You know, I mean, everybody from the time you start playing competitive sports, one of the things that you should be taught is, you know, you respect your teammates, you respect your opponents, and you respect the game itself. And I think we've lost that lately.
You know, it almost stands out when a guy sprints around the bases on a home run.
Matt Williams was that way throughout his entire career, a guy that hit nearly 400 home runs in his career. Scott Rowland down in St. Louis sprints around the bases on a homer.
Mayfield with an out at second. And no relay throw from Cedeno. Now Freddie Bynum hit his first career home run the other night, and he went around as fast as he could. 2 down here in the 7th, 6-1 White Sox. Sox with 9 hits. The Cubs have just 2. Again, we've seen a lot of Cub fans sprinkled throughout the stands here today.
Haven't had much to cheer about since that first inning. Got off to a good start. Juan Pierre with a base hit. A.J. Przinsky made an error on Jerry Hairston's bunt, and then Todd Walker with a sac fly. Cubs took an early lead, and that's pretty much been it offensively.
This is always a big series when these two teams get together. But from the Cubs' perspective, it doesn't matter who they play right now. They're trying to get their season straightened out. They just won 2 of 3 at home against Washington after a stretch of 14 losses in 16 games. The White Sox, meanwhile, are now chasing the Detroit Tigers here early on in the season. The Tigers have won 7 in a row. Will host Cincinnati tonight. By the way, back to Barry Bonds briefly. The Giants playing at Oakland. The DH will be in order there. Todd Walker under this pop, and that's it. 7th is in the books. We'll go to the 8th inning. It is 6-1 White Sox.
What's this Nagafuki surprise?
If you can eat Nagafuki surprise, whole table get Bud Light.
Yes. I'm in.
Nagafuki surprise.
I've been to Japan. Can't surprise me.
8 Bud Light and 1 Nagafuki surprise.
Huh. Look at this. What's the big...
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
Tastes kind of funny.
It lay eggs now. Enjoy.
Ortho Weed Be Gone Max. Sprayed here. Ordinary weed killer here. Weed Be Gone's weed targeting formula killed the weeds, but not the grass. The ordinary weed killer killed both. Ortho Weed Be Gone Max kills weeds, not lawns.
Is 1,000 whenever minutes enough for even the biggest talkers? Let's find out.
No, I just got through security. Man, are they thorough. Somebody owes me a dinner. Oh, hold on, I gotta take this. Yeah, CC me a copy and then try to fax it to me. Hey, guys, you got a fax in there? No, it's a win-win. Good. That's gonna hurt the bottom line. If the boogeyman lived under your bed, I'd charge him rent. I said, that's no St. Bernard, that's my grandmother. No, sir, I didn't realize it was a conference call, and I apologize.
With T-Mobile, you always get the most whenever minutes. Now get 1,000 minutes, just $39.99.
T-Mobile, go ahead, talk it up.
Escape reality, Saturday at 5 Eastern on Superstation WGN.
Time for our Bud Light Fan Cam today. Born in Chicago from the Chicago Blues Reunion CD. Strike. Nafee to make it 1-1. Now they're 0-1. Nafee. And a rocket caught by Creedy. How about some more Chicago Blues?
I was born in Chicago, 1941. Born in Chicago, 1941. My father told me, son, get yourself a gun.
Buried alive in the Blues. Born in Chicago. Knee buckling curve for a strike. We saw Pierre flinch a bit. And Watson fires again. Fastball high.
Look at Mark Burley. He's ready to throw before Przinsky even gives him a sign. He can't get that ball back quickly enough.
Pierre was jammed on that one, and that ground ball handled by Creedy. Let's pause briefly for station ID.
This is America's home for sports all year round. Superstation WGN.
Bob Brenly, Len Casper, and our WGN sports crew from U.S. Cellular Field. Cubs and the Sox. Busted bat, and Creedy will have to throw to first. And Mark Burley with another efficient 1-2-3 inning. Still 6-1.
Katrina hit the Gulf Coast like no other storm. In New Orleans, the Category 5 storm broke the levees built to withstand a Category 3 hurricane. Now, New Orleans faces its greatest challenge, rebuilding its community. This week, home team is taking on the challenge, along with New Orleans' own home team, the New Orleans Saints.
1, 2, 3! 1, 2, 3! 1, 2, 3!
It's a very special home team presented by Zatarans on Superstation WGN.
Garden Claw, one of America's favorite garden tools, is good as gold. It adjusts to fit gardeners of all sizes. Garden Claw Gold helps you cultivate, loosen, aerate, and weed without being tough on your back. The claw's steel tines tear through all kinds of soil, even clay, bringing moisture and oxygen to plants' roots. And it turns weeds and leaves into beneficial mulch. Garden Claw Gold makes a great gift.
Available at Ace, True Value, Do It Best Hardware, Home Depot, Menards, Lowe's, and Kmart.
Only the freshest ingredients go into our handcrafted burgers.
It's okay. I can take it from here.
Ruby Tuesday.
Ortho Weed Be Gone Max. Sprayed here. Ordinary weed killer here. Weed Be Gone's weed targeting formula killed the weeds, but not the grass. The ordinary weed killer killed both. Ortho Weed Be Gone Max kills weeds, not lawns.
What's so amazing about the bread and Hot Pocket subs?
The bread is phenomenal. It's fresh. It's good. This came out the microwave like this?
The magic's in the bread. Try Hot Pockets and Lean Pockets brand subs.
Hot Pockets got a hit. That's all I can tell you.
Superstation WGN is the new home for 25th.
Some blue sky back. We saw a lot of it this morning. Been really clouded up and cooled off. Rob Makoviak leading off the bottom of the 8th. This one has shaped up to be a pretty typical Mark Burley outing. Very efficient. And when he is on his game, they can go pretty fast.
And also typical of Mark Burley, if you're going to get him, you get him early in the ball game. The Cubs pushed across their 1 run in the first. Haven't been close since.
Glendon Rush works quickly as well. Lefty against lefty on a 2-2 pitch. Full count now, 3-2. Got him, called strike 3. Makoviak knew it. Hey, the 5th annual Meet the Team Have a Ball charity event is coming up Tuesday, May 30th at 2:30 at Wrigley Field. It is your chance to get autographs from Cubs players and coaches on an official Rawlings baseball. Event tickets are $300. They're on sale now by phone order only. 773-404-CUBS. All proceeds benefit Cubs Care, a fund of the McCormick Tribune Foundation. And for more info, visit Cubs.com. 1-1 to Cintrone. Gault into center. Pierre hesitated momentarily, now chugging hard, and he won't get to it before it drops.
Swing hard, hit it soft. Get a lot of base hits that way. Cintrone with a full swing. Jammed a little bit, didn't hit the ball as hard as it appeared. It came off his bat well, but just got out in shallow center and feathered and died out there. Pierre was fooled by the swing, broke back initially and couldn't catch up.
I don't know exactly how many pitches Scott Podsednik has seen today, but it's been a lot. Seems like every time up he's taken at least 3 or 4 pitches before he's even considered swinging the bat. Well, he's walked twice. Very patient approach at the plate for a leadoff guy. Podsednik came in at .295 with a batting average. Called out. A terrific .365 on base. Agustin Montero is up to the White Sox bench. Good day for Iguchi. He's reached 3 times, twice on singles. He has scored twice. Cubs have really scuffled on the road. Their last road trip saw them go 1-8. And right now they're 7-13 away from Wrigley Field.
I'm surprised to see Todd Walker holding on Alex Cintrone over there at first base. We talked about Iguchi earlier in the ballgame. He loves to shoot that hole on the right side. Tries to take a shot that way on that foul ball. Cintrone doesn't figure to be running with a 5-run lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning, but Walker holding him on nonetheless.
Great shot from center field. Another foul. Two and two. Tadahito Iguchi.
We saw that shift that the Cubs put on for Jim Thome with 3 infielders on the right side of the field. You could almost do the same thing for Iguchi, especially once he gets to 2 strikes. Trying to hit that ball the right side.
Lined and caught by Cedeno for the final out. We will go to the 9th inning. Cubs have 3 outs to go. They trail by 5.
Chicago Cubs baseball is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. With more flights to more places than ever before, Southwest is taking low fares even farther. Visit southwest.com.
Give your gas card a break. Get a Southwest Airlines Fun Fare. Just $59 one way from Chicago Midway.
You are now free to move about the country.
Lean Pockets has only 7 grams of fat, has only 300 calories, has 0 trans fat. And he...
Thanks, hon.
Has no idea. Try Lean Pockets brand with a crispy, cheesy crust. Still nutritious, still delicious.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, yeah.
No one to play with. Play online at partypoker.net, the world's largest poker school. More players, more tables, more winners. Sign up now to partypoker.net, the best place to learn how to win.
You folding?
Keep on the sunny side.
At Days Inns, it's easy to get away. You always get more on the sunny side.
Why don't you keep on the sunny side of life?
An eyewitness on the run.
We gotta get our hands on that child before the mob does.
The John Grisham thriller, The Client. Tonight at 7:30 Eastern.
Mark Burley's trying to complete it. Was into the 9th inning with 99 pitches. It would be his first complete game of the year. It would be the 19th of his career. Starts Todd Walker with a strike. To left, Makoviak's now playing out there as Brian Anderson's in the game to play center. Looking for his first complete game since September 25th of last year. Cubs with just 2 hits. Michael Barrett high and deep to left field. Makoviak back at the barrier, and he has it. Long fly out for Barrett. Two away.
Fans here on their feet, recognizing and acknowledging the outing by Mark Burley today. He's been fantastic.
Popped up by Ramirez. Behind first, foul ground. Konerko with a catch. And the White Sox have won the first of this 3-game series as Mark Burley goes the distance. The Cubs led 1-0 right off the bat. They got an unearned run. But the White Sox came right back, tied it in the bottom of the inning, and a big 4-run third. It was really all they needed today. 6-1 Sox. The final. We'll have more from U.S. Cellular Field in a moment.
A terrorist threatens to start an epidemic.
If you fail to comply, I will release 2 vials of the virus in major cities.
But the president takes a hard line.
I will not cave in to any more of this terrorist demand.
And Jack is forced to agree to a risky sting operation with his own daughter as the bait. Next Sunday at 8 on Superstation WGN.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
Bud Light. Arte by Tudra.
They're asleep. We got the lights.
Who's counting on your brakes today?
I am so busted.
Come to Midas now during peak driving season and get yours checked. Be safe.
Trust the Midas touch.
Lean Pockets has only 7 grams of fat, has only 300 calories, has 0 trans fat, and he...
Thanks, hon.
...has no idea. Try Lean Pockets brand with a crispy, cheesy crust. Still nutritious, still delicious.
We're live with Dennis Rodman. So, Dennis, you're a world-class player.
That's my player.
You've played in Chicago, Detroit, and Los Angeles. Tell me, who are you going to play with next?
I'm going to play at GoldenPalace.net, the world's most exciting online casino. GoldenPalace.net, the new and exciting online casino school. Just hit click here to play to start learning, and it's absolutely free.
GoldenPalace.net.
And where the real players play.
Go, 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 and on the count of 3. Go, 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 and on the count of 3. Go, 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 go. On the count of 3, everybody run back to your fantasy. Now, go, 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 and on the count of 3.
Well, that was by Chicago artist Common, and the Cubs saw Mark Burley at his best today. His low-hit game, a one-hitter back in 0-1, but he was really good today. 2 hits allowed. He allowed 1 run. It was unearned in the first inning, and it was lights out after that. He's 5-2. Greg Maddux takes a loss. He's now 5-3. Thome with a home run is 17. Our Budweiser play of the game, this ended up being the game winner. A 2-run double by Paul Konerko in the 3rd inning that gave the White Sox a lead they would not relinquish.
After scoring 1 in the first, the White Sox scored 4 in the 3rd, highlighted by that double by Paul Konerko.
So the final today, the White Sox 6, the Cubs 1. Stay with us. More to come from the South Side.
Jackie Chan is here. Remember, I'm not letting you do any stunts, okay?
Mr. Chan, you want to make a movie with my client, Diet Pepsi?
Your client will be perfect.
We would insist on a stunt double.
No problem. Watch my back, okay?
Stunt double.
Look at you. You look great. Aren't you glad you didn't do the stunts?
What's so amazing about the bread and Hot Pocket subs?
The Hot Pocket sub tastes like it's from a bakery. It doesn't taste microwave at all. It tastes like fresh bread.
The magic's in the bread. Try Hot Pockets and Lean Pockets brand subs.
Garden Claw Gold adjusts to fit gardeners of all sizes. Cultivate, loosen, aerate, and weed around plants, shrubs, and vegetables. Garden Claw Gold makes a great gift.
Available at Ace, True Value, Do It Best Hardware, Home Depot, Sears Hardware, Lowe's, and Kmart.
Crisp leaf lettuce. Fresh vine-ripened tomatoes. 100% USDA choice ground beef. Handcrafted burgers. Ruby Tuesday.
Someone's gonna love you.
Ortho Weed Be Gone Max. Sprayed here. Ordinary weed killer here. Weed Be Gone's weed targeting formula killed the weeds, but not the grass. The ordinary weed killer killed both. Ortho Weed Be Gone Max kills weeds, not lawns.
New Eagle One with nanotechnology, the advanced way to clean, shine, and protect your car. Eagle One, never a dull moment.
Remember, Sunday, Hawk and DJ will have the call of the series finale preceded by a special Sox warm-up at 12:30. Then Carlos Zambrano will take on Jose Contreras. Then Wednesday afternoon, Bob and I will be back on WGN with the call live from South Florida when the Cubs face the Marlins on WGN starting at noon Central Time. So for Bob Brenly, Mark Brady, Skip Ellison, Ron Stordo, Bob Borwald, and our entire WGN Sports crew, this is Len Casper inviting you to stay tuned. The Chevy Dealers 10th Inning Show is coming up next.
Chicago Cubs baseball, brought to you by refreshingly smooth Bud Light, always worth it. The Illinois Lottery, no matter how you play the Illinois Lottery. Have a ball. Pepsi, the official soft drink of the Chicago Cubs. Comcast, catch the Cubs home games on WGN in HDTV on Comcast. Call for a great offer. And by Southwest Airlines. Whether you're traveling for business or pleasure, Southwest can get you there with over 3,000 nonstop daily flights to over 60 destinations. Visit southwest.com today.
Who's counting on your car today? Your car is too important to trust to just anyone. Come to Midas and get the Midas Touch Maintenance Package. An oil change, tire rotation, and courtesy check for just $29.95. Be safe.
Just the Midas Touch.
No rolling luggage. That's why Geico.com is so simple. Or is it because you can chat with an associate if you need help and get a free rate quote in minutes? 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Simple as that.
It was my first time in charge.
It was my first time under pressure.
It was my first big break. My first time in uniform.
My first moment to shine.
My first race against the clock.
My first shot at success.
It was my first job.
It was my first job.
But what I learned there
will last forever.
It's my first opportunity.
An eyewitness on the run.
We gotta get our hands on that child before the mob does.
The John Grisham thriller, The Client. Tonight at 7:30 Eastern.
This is the Chevy Dealers 10th Inning Show, brought to you by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevrolet dealers.
Well, in the first of 6 between the Cubs and the White Sox here in 2006, it was all White Sox. 6 runs on 10 hits, 1 error for the Southsiders. For the Northsiders, 1 run on just 2 hits, 1 error. Mark Burley, the winner, 5-2. Greg Maddux still winless in the month of May. He's 5-3. 104 very efficient pitches for Mark Burley this afternoon. More to come. 10th Inning Show continues in a moment.
New Orleans faces its greatest challenge, rebuilding its community.
This week,
Home Team is taking on the challenge. Along with New Orleans' own home team, the New Orleans Saints.
It's a very special home team presented by Zatarans on Superstation WGN.
No one to play with. Play online at partypoker.net, the world's largest poker school. More players, more tables, more winners. Sign up now to partypoker.net, the best place to learn how to win.
All right, okay. So perhaps we're a tad particular, insisting on only the freshest ingredients. Vine-ripened tomatoes, crisp leaf lettuce, 100% USDA choice ground beef.
It's okay. I can take it from here.
Handcrafted burgers, Ruby Tuesday.
I detail all these cars for a living. When they first gave me the product, I wasn't sure what it was. It didn't have a label on it. Beautiful. I get asked probably 10 or 15 times a week what wax I use. Now I tell them Turtle Wax. The shine is just awesome.
There's a new standard in shine. Turtle Wax Platinum Series Car Wax.
And it wiped off immediately. Left a fabulous shine. It was like glass. Bottom line, this just shines better. Makes you feel proud of your car. I used to use a Meguiar's, so it's better than a Meguiar's.
Turtle Wax Platinum Series, the new standard in shine.
Ortho Weed Be Gone Max. Sprayed here. Ordinary weed killer? Here. Weed Be Gone's weed targeting formula killed the weeds, but not the grass. The ordinary weed killer killed both. Ortho Weed Be Gone Max kills weeds, not lawns.
6-1 the final here at U.S. Cellular Field as the White Sox now are 26-23 all-time in interleague play against the Cubs. Cubs still have a chance to win this series, but they'll need to take the next 2 games here on the south side. We talked about Greg Maddux, Bob. He walked 5 today and just didn't have the great command that we normally see.
And we talked about the home plate umpire Larry Vanover as well. He did have a small zone, but it didn't seem to bother Mark Burley at all. Greg Maddux just didn't have his best stuff today, made a lot of mistakes up in the zone.
Let's check out the big plays in this one. The Cubs did score in the first inning. Juan Pierre with a little squibber. Joe Creedy's throw was late. The Cubs had something going. A little later, Todd Walker with a sac fly. Ended up being an unearned run because of an error earlier in the inning, and the Cubs led 1-0. But Paul Konerko, one of his 2 big hits today, tied it in the first inning as he played at Tadahito Iguchi. We went into the 3rd inning. Konerko again. This one pulled down the line, knocking in 2. The White Sox went up 3-1. They would score 4 runs in the 3rd inning. Into the 5th, little more insurance that was actually unnecessary today for Mark Burley. But Jim Thome with his American League leading 17th home run off Greg Maddux, and that would do it for the scoring. Mark Burley shaking the hand of his battery mate, and 9 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, but it was unearned. He has won 6 games in his last 9 interleague starts. 6-1 the final from U.S. Cellular Field. Still more to come. We'll have a final word after this.
The Chevy Dealer's 10th Inning Show is brought to you in part by Culver's Frozen Custard and Butterburger Restaurants.
Garden Claw, one of America's favorite garden tools, is good as gold. It adjusts to fit gardeners of all sizes. Garden Claw Gold helps you cultivate, loosen, aerate, and weed without being tough on your back. The claw's steel tines tear through all kinds of soil, even clay, bringing moisture and oxygen to plants' roots. And it turns weeds and leaves into beneficial mulch. Garden Claw Gold makes a great gift.
Available at Ace, True Value, Do It Best Hardware, Home Depot, Sears Hardware, Lowe's, and Kmart.